when it comes to hay, this year's plentiful moisture provided quantity, but made quality hay hard to come by. So you can be sure of what you're giving your animals, sampling and testing is the only way to know hay's nutritive value and is extremely important before feeding this fall or winter. Beef Systems Extension Educator Ben Beckman says it starts with understanding the sampling process and what the analysis says.
When we're looking at sampling harvested forage like a hay, we usually want to make sure that we divide it into what's called lots. So a lot's going to be a harvested forage that's been harvested at a similar time of the year. It's going to be of similar quality, so if we're harvesting maybe like a prairie hay, we don't want to be sampling the hay that's been harvested up in the hills the same as something that's harvested down in a meadow. And then make sure that, again, it's harvested at the same stage of forage. So if we've got maybe a sorghum sedan or something that we planted and we planted it at two separate dates, we want to make sure that those are sampled separately.
When you're ready for the initial sampling, it's recommended to use a hay probe to make sure you're doing the correct sampling technique.
And what you'll do is go into the side of a bale. You want to get as many layers as possible. So a round bale, you want to go in on the round side. If we've got square bales, we go in on the short end, and we get a representative sample out of 10 to 20 different bales in that lot. We're going to mix it all up and we're going to do what's called quartering. So we're going to throw it on a flat surface, divide it into quarters, and we're going to take 2 of those quarters, throw it back in, mix it up again until we get about a quart size bag worth. And that's what we're going to send in for our sample analysis. If we're doing something like a silage, we probably want to keep that cold or a fresh forage just so we don't get any mold growth. If we've got a dried hay that's already been cured, you can just send that in the mail as it is, and there's not going to be any issues keeping that cold at all. Those silages and wet forages probably want to keep in the fridge until we actually get it into the mailbox.
The analysis that comes back will help in determining your feed ration and allow you to make any necessary adjustments.
Maybe we have hay that's a lot higher quality than what we thought. We don't need to be feeding a supplement. Those cows are going to gain condition. They're going to be just fine on straight hay. Maybe we're overfeeding our hay and we can cut that back and stretch that hay resource a little while longer. On the flip side of that, we can make sure that if our hay is a little lower quality, we can help you find a cost-effective supplement that's going to fit into our resources and fit into your operation. Testing your hay is critical to making sure that we're meeting our animals' requirements. We look at last winter with that really cold winter we had. Some hay was just not up to par, and we saw that in our herds. They really dropped in condition score. And so if we know what's in our hay and we can feed accordingly, we can make sure that we're getting the energy and protein to our animals that they need.
We've included some extra resources on hay sampling on the Market Journal website.